Hey guys, and welcome to HorrorJunkies509. It's a new channel I'm starting to fulfill my horror and slasher film side of my life. Kind of for the first video, I plan on just kind of going through all my slasher movies that I have. It's definitely my favorite subgenre. You see this gaping hole right here? That pretty much houses all my slasher movies. Not all, but a good chunk. But I'm going to kind of go through them as quickly as I can, and when time says stop, I'm going to stop. So hopefully maybe I'll do another video to finish all my slasher movies, but we'll kind of go from there. Kind of the plan is with this channel, I got a buddy of mine. We got all my films in a randomizer. We're going to randomly select one, like through that thing. It's going to tell us what we're going to watch. We're going to have an opening, then we're going to watch the movie, obviously not on YouTube. And we're going to come back, review it, have like kind of a cool little sit down. Hopefully you guys will join us. Alright, so we'll continue on with this. This is my first video. Kind of see if this takes to anyone's liking. Hopefully it does. Because I'm really into horror and I love talking to people about it. I'm somewhat knowledgeable and I always like to learn more. So you'll see my slasher collection right now and see I got some good stuff. That's the best fun part. So I got my stack right here. I'm sitting on a chair, so it's pretty tall, and that's not all of them. Alright. So first one, they are alphabetized because I'm a little bit weird about that. First one is Alice, Sweet Alice. I do like this movie. It's one of those movies that I didn't hear about and then I bought and I loved it. Yeah, I'm not really planning on talking about a lot of them unless something sparks my go and talk Kyle kind of thing. So I'm going to kind of go through this as quick as I can because, 15 minutes isn't a lot of time. Next on the list is Lost in the Dark. Donald Pleasance is in this movie from Halloween. Alone in the Dark. Sorry, I just watched a movie called Lost After Dark. That was a good one, but that's neither here nor there. So Alone in the Dark. Sorry. Very, very enjoyable slasher. And like everyone kind of knows the whole slasher thing. If you like slashers, you're probably going to like the general basis of slashers all the time. So I kind of use very loose words when it comes to slashers because if you don't know what to expect from a slasher, you're probably gonna hate it anyway. Because slashers is just definitely a very particular subgenre of horror, in my personal opinion. Next, one of my favorites, American Gothic. This is such a weird movie. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I watched it, but now I always watch it. I watch at least once every couple months. I love this movie. So great. Alright, keep it on. Ooh. American Psycho. This is such a good movie. I just wish this guy didn't go on and ruin Batman. But he's got a good slasher movie. If you guys like those Batman movies, I'm sorry. My bad. But he was not definitely the Batman for me. But this movie is incredible. Great slasher. Top notch. It's kind of a newer one. Not newer, but it's not from the 80s. Let's just go with that. Alright. I'm going to butcher this title most likely, but I am going to try my best. Alright, here we go. Anthropophagus. That's what I'm going with. Also known as the Grim Reaper. This movie is definitely one of those movies I kind of just picked up on eBay because the back looked cool. The reason I bought it was, let's see if I can get this. This picture right here when he's crawling up from the depths or whatever. When I saw the picture, I was like, this is coming. I liked it. Because it creeped me out. I don't get creeped out a lot. I'm not scared of any of these movies. Hardly ever get scared. So when something kind of makes me like, okay, that might get me, I'm on it real quick. Alright guys, after that, I'm going to say kind of arguable slasher movie. But I've always liked it. April Fool's Day. With this cover art. I love this cover art. The other one that's just white with the knife and just an eye in the knife reflection or whatever, I hate it. But when I was able to get this cover art, I was super stoked, and I do love this movie. If you haven't seen it, it's got a twist that I'm not going to ruin for you, so I'm going to tell you right now, in my little chats with my buddy after we watch each movie, those are going to be spoilers, but right now I'm going to try and do as little of those as possible. Sorry, I'm flicking my shirt a lot. They live, anybody? On the back it says, I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. So, I had to have this shirt. Fright Rags. Represent. Alright, guys. Another one, Basket Case. This is a movie I didn't watch up until just probably a couple years ago. I always heard about it, but never watched it. Now I gotta watch the sequels. I gotta find those somewhere. So finding movies in where I live is really ridiculous. I live in a small town in Washington State. Man, it's not horror friendly all the time. And when it is, I buy them all. So then they're never there anyway. Alright guys, moving on to a more recent slasher movie, but really good. Billy Club. Yeah, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. I watched it on, I believe it was Amazon Prime, and instantly I bought it. Amazon Prime member is the best thing ever for horror fans, I will tell you that. Alright, moving on. The original Black Christmas. The original is great. The only complaint I have about this movie is I don't think it feels Christmassy enough. And I love my Christmas slashers, and you'll see as we go along. But I do love this movie. I haven't seen the remake because when it comes to remakes, I am picky. I love the remakes that I love, but the ones I don't, man, they're as bad as 2-cent hooker on a day I don't have 2 cents. Alright, moving on to Blue Underground. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't know if I've gone through any of them, but I love Blue Underground. These guys are awesome. I didn't know anything, but after I got my first Blue Underground, I started buying every Blue Underground I found. I got some pretty weird movies from that, but I'm not sad about it. But A Blade in the Dark. This is a foreign film, but oh, this is so good. This is a really long movie at 109 minutes, but it's great. I really want to tell you parts of this movie. I just don't have time. I got a lot of slashers to get through, so hopefully we'll do that in another time. Next one, Bloody Birthday. Oh man, this is one of the ones that fought me for a long time. I'd always find it at my local Hastings, and I'd always be like, all right, I'll be back to get it. I'd come back and it'd be gone. But one day I found it. I believe I found it used, and I wasn't saying no to that time. Nope. Another good one, Bloody Birthday. Not really a slasher movie, but all about slashers. Boogeymen. This is kind of, as every slasher, this is something I got when I was a kid, because I wanted to learn more. This is when I only watched, Freddy and Jason and Michael. I never watched any of these other slashers, but this one's what sealed my fate in slashers, so thank you, Boogeymen. Alright, moving on to, The Burning. Someone from my local Hastings told me about this movie, and they're like, oh, if you like Friday the 13th, you're going to like that. And they're like, I don't like Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. So I definitely picked this up, and now it's definitely up on my top. The Burning. Awesome. Wish we had some better cover art, though. But that's cool. Whatever. Alright. This is a movie I had, lost, and bought again. Cheerleader Camp. This is another great slasher, man. I love anything at a camp. Summer camp, doesn't matter. Campy, campy camp. I love it. I'm a big Jason fan. He's my boy, so that's why. Another interesting one, but I still like. Chopping Mall. It's definitely a slasher, but they're robots, so that's kind of cool. I don't think that was a spoiler too much. It's not a mystery at all. You read about it, you'll know. Ooh, alright. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. Now this one is Christmassy. Christmas Evil. This is such a great movie. Very, very low budget, but very good. And I love this cover art. No, it's simple, but I love it. What can I say? And it's trauma. I watch a lot of YouTube people, and it's funny to hear say a good trauma movie. It's not something you hear a lot, I guess. Next is another newer one, The Collector. Very good slasher. It's when a new slasher comes out in this day and age, and it's good, it's just a good day. It's just a good day. To go with it, The Collection, that's the sequel to it. Both very decent movies. If they make another one, I'm in. Let's party. Alright, continuing on to Curtains. I have heard so much about this movie that it's just so good. The few times I've watched it, I don't know if it's because I fall asleep or something, but I haven't gotten into it yet, but I'm not willing to quit with it yet. I'm going to keep giving it a chance until I see what everyone else sees, because I know there's something there, because I like a lot of parts of it, but there's something I'm missing. Just something I'm missing. But I like it, still. A made-for-TV movie, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. This is a great one. Doesn't really have that slasher feel, but it's still a slasher, I would say, in my opinion. It doesn't, not a high body count, but, not every movie does. I mean, Freddy Krueger very rarely has a high body count, but that guy's slasher extraordinaire. Alright. Blue Underground again. Here we are with Deep Red. I saw this cover art, and I just knew that I was sealing my fate with it. And it's definitely a great movie. Blue Underground does great stuff. Great movies, great releases. They help me knowing what to buy. I see Blue Underground, I go for it. And another one, honestly, I don't know if this is a slasher. I'm pretty sure it is. It's been a while. Delirium. I can't remember the last time I watched this, honestly. But I remember I liked it because I'm pretty good at if I don't like it, I get rid of it. But I've lost a lot of good movies that way because I don't give movies a second chance. Sometimes I went off too quickly. But I'm getting better. I love this movie. Don't Go in the Woods Alone. Very cheesy, very campy, very low budget. But, you know, these movies they show the love that people can put into movies. I love this stuff. Alright, I don't know when this one came out, whether it's new, whether it's old, but heard people talking about it. It looked like fun. Don't Go to the Reunion. I just love this cover art. Didn't take too many people for me to show this to me, then I knew I needed to have it. Don't Go to the Reunion. Very good. Trying to speed it up a little bit. I want to get at least some of these done. Ooh, another Christmas one. Don't Open Till Christmas. Man, do I love my Christmas slashers, especially when they feel Christmassy, man. You know, you need Christmas movies in your life, whether it's happy Christmas story, a Christmas story that's happy family time, and then some people just need to get brutally murdered, so that's why I got these ones. One I've watched once, but I remember very well because I enjoyed it. Dr. Giggles. This movie was a crack up, and I enjoy it. Just like the title, Dr. Giggles. It's cracking up. It's weird that these two are put together, but this next one, Evil Laugh. This is definitely another of those great slashers, man. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on this one. Eyes of a Stranger. I haven't watched this one in a while, but I always liked it, so this is definitely one. This is one I definitely would recommend. I mean, I'd recommend a lot of these. It's just a lot of people are so negative and weird with slashers. I try to show people, and it's like, this is the best slasher, and they're like, I didn't like it. It's like, okay, stick with your Pulp Fictions, those, whatever you guys are going to watch. Nothing against Pulp Fiction, man. That's a great movie. Next is Final Exam. Another, in the 80s, man, they just pump these things out like anything. They're pumping these out like some people today are pumping out kids. So, that's weird to say, but that's okay. We'll keep moving. Next up, classic. The Fog. John Carpenter, baby. Love John Carpenter. I will give just about every single one of his movies a shot because that guy's not let me down yet. And this is definitely another great movie. A little different. It's not probably exactly a slasher, but it's close enough, I'd say. Speaking of weird, another weird one. I call it a slasher. People might call it, I don't know. I'll show you. The Forest. This is definitely a weird movie. I enjoy it. It's got its weird parts, but I mean, I love this cover art. And it just screamed my name, and I bought it, and I didn't hate it when I watched it, so I'll keep it. She's good. It's a good one. A little weird, but you know what's slasher is that without weird? All right, you guys. Next one. I've watched this movie once so far. It's a recent buy. Funeral Home. I definitely need to give this one another shot. So I don't know if you guys are out there seen this movie. Let me know what you guys think of it. I have to start a new pile. I'm about to tumble over. But we don't got much time, so let's go. Alright, another awesome one. The Funhouse. This is another one of those movies I had to watch a couple times to get into, but definitely, man, it's worth it. I love this movie now. Gotta love circus weirdos. Another Trauma DVD. Some Traumas are good, some of them are bad. I don't watch too many of them, but Graduation Day, probably just exactly what you'd think in the title, during graduation. People getting killed, you know. Good, fun, campy stuff. Ooh, some of my favorites, man. These are recent ones, and I will follow this to my grave. These are all great. Hatchet. Amazing. I am very short on time, so I'm going to burn through these three real quick. Hatchet 2. Every one of these is amazing. They both got their own different things going on, and it's so good. Hatchet 3. Adam Green, you are a slasher master. I love all three of those movies, man. Thank you. Thank you for bringing Victor Crowley into our lives. Alright, guys, this is the last one I'm going to do. Happy Birthday to Me. Great movie. Definitely great cover art, even though this is not the guy that gets that kill. Alright, guys, so I got about 20 seconds left, sorry. So, I hope you guys like what you see. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, come back, and we'll be hopefully having some more coming up. Maybe I'll finish my slasher collection, if that's what you guys want, and I'll do that. Thanks. You guys have a good one.